So today we will continue from where we left off last time. If you remember, we created a brand new AWS account and it has only one user called root. And we will be logging in using the root user. And we will also be creating another user admin for all other purposes. So let's go ahead and do that. So if you go ahead and search for AWS login, you can go to the sign in page. And you need to be the root user here and use the email ID used when you created the account. And let's see. Okay, so now that I'm logged into the account, you want to go to the console of this AWS to create a new user. Awesome. Okay, so now that we're here, if you look here, we are in the Ohio region by default. I don't know why it defaulted to that, but for her tutorials, let's go ahead and switch it to US East one, which is Northern Virginia. And so if you go to the search bar over here and type in IAM, you're going to be seeing IAM, which is the Identity Access Management. And if you look at the users, currently we don't have any users, right? For whenever you do anything in AWS, you don't want to be logged in as a root user. So you want a handful of users to play with. And in fact, the AWS recommendation is not to use any users. And we will be talking about a lot more in the future sessions. But for now, let's create one user for all our lectures here. So I'm going to call it the admin. And then I'm going to attach the policies directly. And we want the administrative access, which is right in the top here. But you can also search if you're looking for a specific pattern. But for now, just just use the administrative access policy. And if you peek at this real quick, so it basically allows you access to everything within AWS, right? It's similar to a root user. It has a lot of power, but a root user can do a few things which the administrative user cannot do, right? So go to next, and then create a user. So I think we should have gone to the additional pages, meaning the more options to set a password. So you know what? I'm going to actually go ahead and go to the users, delete this user. You can add password later on, but since this is a beginner tutorial, I want to make sure to show it from scratch. So go to user again, create user, admin. Hmm. Okay. I believe we cannot do that. There used to be an option where you can set the password directly. As you can see, though I work in AWS a lot, screens change a lot, which is always hard to remember, right? So let's go ahead and create a user to log into the console, which you can do by enabling this console. And I want to do a custom password. Okay. I don't want to check this because I want to use the same password. So this URL is something you want to keep in store. So speaking of which, I'm going to do this. I would encourage you to do the same thing. You need to keep track of all the accounts and all the users you're creating it in one place. so that you don't forget. So trust me, if you start playing with AWS a lot, you're going to be dealing with a lot of accounts and usernames and details. So you need a tool or a notepad or something to keep store of these things. So I'm going to be using OneNote. You can use a lot of different tools, but let me see if I can bring OneNote. So give me 1 second and I'll create a notebook and I'll be right back. Okay. I just took a minute to create this notebook for me. And as you can see, I called it, I'm going to be calling it AWS here. And then I have a page which is called accounts. So actually, let me go here and then, so let me grab this account ID and paste it here. And this will be called this will be the organization account. So I would do that. And the account number is, I pasted it twice here. Okay. And then there is the username is root. We know that, right? And then the other user we're creating is admin. I'll go edit this later on, but just for the sake of time, I'm just going to save all the important stuff here. So you definitely need this URL to log into this account. So I'm going to log it here. Okay. So now that we have a console, we also, I don't think we need an access key secret key for now, but we can add this access key secret key if you're using any, doing any automation for command line. We may need this access key. But again, you should be very careful whenever you create this access, to be very careful, because these are long-term credentials and you don't want them to be floating around on your account a lot, right? So we will come back to create an account if needed, but for now, all I need is console access. So now that we have a console access, so grab this link and then you can go to another tab here and let's log into the new admin account we just created, right? So it auto populates the account number here and then the username is admin, the password. I want to save it. Okay. So now you are logged into the same account with an admin account, right? So if in the future, if you want to log on to this account, we will be using this admin user. So I'm going to stop here and we will pick up exactly where we left off so that you have a break to have a coffee or your favorite drink and we can come back and continue this.